On the edge of London stands a palace that shaped England's history. Built for a cardinal, claimed by a king, and filled with stories of power, politics, and betrayal. This is Hampton Court, the palace of Henry VIII. Hampton Court isn't just another stately home, it's a Tudor fortress, a Renaissance masterpiece, and a place where history lives on. The moment you step inside, you're surrounded by Tudor power, red bricks, tall chimneys, and courtyards that once echoed with the sound of Henry's court. The base court and clock court are the heart of Hampton Court's Tudor world. Above the archway, an astronomical clock from 1540 still tracks the tide of the Thames and the phases of the moon. These courtyards weren't built for beauty, they were built to impress, to remind everyone who held power here. This was Henry's theatre of power, where he staged his wealth for everyone to see. Imagine walking here in the 1500s, candlelight flickering across the tapestries, the smell of roasted meat, and music echoing from the galleries above. Completed in 1535, the Great Hall was the largest in England at the time. The hammer-beam ceiling soars above, carved with royal symbols, while the walls are lined with the magnificent Abraham tapestries, woven in gold and silver thread. This is where feasts were held, where ambassadors were entertained, and where loyalty was tested in plain sight. It's easy to forget that grandeur upstairs depended on what happened down here. These kitchens fed an entire royal court, hundreds of mouths, every single day. The kitchens stretched through more than 50 rooms, with massive hearths once used to roast entire oxen. Over 800 meals were prepared here daily: pies, meats, and spiced wines for nobles, simpler fare for servants. Fires burned day and night, the smoke and noise constant. Even now, walking through, you can feel the intensity, the palace running like a machine to feed a monarch's appetite. Here, Henry VIII prayed, his courtiers knelt, and his marriages were announced. The man who broke with Rome, who changed England forever. The Chapel Royale ceiling is a masterpiece, deep blue, gilded with gold stars. It was here in 1540 that Henry received news of his marriage to Anne of Cleves, and soon after, of its failure. Even now, the chapel is active, its choir echoing from the same space that once heard royal confessions and coronation hymns. Few rooms in England carry this much history, or this much contradiction. You don't just walk this corridor, you feel it. The air changes, the light fades, and even if you don't believe in ghosts, you can't help but sense something watching you. In 1541, Catherine Howard, Henry's fifth wife, was accused of adultery. Desperate, she broke free from her guards and ran down this very gallery to beg her husband for mercy. She never reached him. Guards dragged her away to the Tower of London, where she was executed soon after. Visitors still report screams, footsteps, and a sudden chill in the air. Whether it's legend or something more, the story lingers, like a scar that never healed. When William and Mary took to the throne, they wanted to leave their own mark, so they transformed half of Hampton Court into something completely new. The Baroque extension turned Tudor strength into royal elegance. The new apartments were designed by Sir Christopher Wren, the same architect behind St Paul's Cathedral. Inside, marble staircases, painted ceilings, and long symmetrical gardens reflected a shift from medieval might to modern monarchy. It's like two palaces fused into one, each showing a different idea of power. Even the gardens were built to impress, the wild reshaped to obey the crown, beauty tamed, order imposed. Spanning over 60 acres, the formal gardens are a statement of royal order, perfect symmetry, sculpted hedges, and fountains built to reflect the palace facade. The maze, planted in the 1690s, is the oldest surviving hedge maze in Britain, and still confuses visitors today. In every direction, the design reflects the same message: control, beauty, and permanence. Hampton Court isn't just a relic of the past, it's a reminder of what power can build and what it can destroy. And walking through it, you realise history doesn't just live here, it thrives. Hampton Court is more than a palace, it's a mirror of Henry himself, grand, flawed, and impossible to forget. A world of feasts and faith, ambition and downfall, of ghosts and gardens. 500 years later, the story still echoes through its walls. If you made it to the end of this video, don't forget to subscribe, because I'll be seeing you again very soon.